I feel like this is one of those things that's pretty hard to mess up.
But I have messed it up.
Have
So
you?
yeah, I have. I mean, not messed it up. It's just not been optimum when I rushed through it.
We did a short on this tofu. I do think this tofu goes really well with this.
That tofu is good. All right, so tell me what you think of this. We only did one batch. If you want this for 2 people, double it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do my favorite ramen recipe. I eat this several times a week, and it's a little bit involved, but it's worth it because the flavors are amazing. I start with better than bouillon, vegetable, vegan broth, you know. A tablespoon of this in my, this is about 2 cups of water. So let's get a little bit more. Gochujang, forgive me for mispronouncing it.
I just say gochujang.
Gochujang. Don't hate me for not saying it correctly. So as it heats up, it will dissolve better. So I get those 2 things in, and then I also put in garlic, fresh garlic, and fresh ginger. This is to taste. Abraham and Katie's lovely garlic. All right, so I'm using brown rice and millet organic ramen noodles. And once this comes up to boil, I'll drop it in and I'll cook it for 4 minutes per the instructions.
Boil,
Power boil.
boil, boil.
So I'm gonna add a little bit of soy sauce. I could have added it at the beginning. It doesn't matter when. Just a little bit. You can always add more because if it gets too salty, you're not gonna be happy with it. A little bit of, just a drizzle of sesame oil. So I have a thawed just egg patty that I'm searing on my panini press because I use my panini press for many things, Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
Many things, including toasting bread.
Right.
Why do you keep sticking the camera right in my face? Dude, you're killing me, Smalls. Okay, so it's been 4 minutes and I've turned the heat off. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add my favorite part, which is I add peanut butter, and then I'm also gonna add some miso. So I'm gonna show you how to do this because it is a little tricky and you wanna do it so that it's not lumpy within your soup.
Nobody wants lumpy soup.
Nobody wants it. I'm using crunchy peanut butter because that's what I like.
So maybe it will be lumpy?
No, we'll just have peanuts in it. I'm gonna put a little bit more in. So I take a ladle and I put only the broth in here, and then I just very gently start stirring it around, whisking it around so that the peanut butter can melt in the broth. If I try to do this within the pan, you're not gonna be guaranteed that it's gonna be smooth, and you might end up with a big lump of peanut butter in your mouth. It's not the best when you're having ramen. All right, so then I go ahead and drop that in.
Lumps can hide when you use the whole pan.
Yeah, they totally can. So now I'm gonna add this, do the same thing with miso. Again, for the same reason. Miso, I'm gonna just do just a little bit.
This isn't too involved, but it's just a couple extra steps to really make it.
Right, it's just one of those things that you just wanna make sure that it's just the right.
Extra love.
Yeah, just the attention to the detail is gonna make all the difference. Now, like I said, there's so many things that you could put in here, so many vegetables, but we're just keeping it really simple. And we are gonna top it off with an egg patty.
Vegan egg patty.
Vegan egg patty.
Vegan egg patty.
So, and I always use the ladle to pour so I don't splatter it into the bowl. And then to catch the noodles as they gently fall out. Okay, and I always add just a little drizzle of apple cider vinegar, just to give it a little tang.
It's Mamen's ramen.
We're gonna add some gorgeous micro scallions. Beautiful. The flavors,
So good.
so good. And I love adding extra things that I had left over from maybe the night before, if I had extra vegetables or sauteed mushrooms. We have some sauteed lion's mane here from the short that we did. So we could put these in there too. No?
No, I don't think it needs it.
It doesn't need it. It's got so much flavor. Sometimes I'll put in tofu. Sometimes I'll even put in dumplings too that I have.
Really?
If I have like some tofu dumplings or some sweet potato dumplings.
You want this?
No, go ahead.
I feel like the black seeds on the scallions are a nice contrast
To
with
the sesame seeds.
seeds.
Yeah, it looks good. The micro scallion has tremendous flavor, It's just not very pretty when you eat it.
Mm-mm.
And then the egg patty is so good with it too.
The vegan egg patty.
Sometimes I will put a little bit extra peanut butter because I'm like Celine Dion that way. I love peanut butter.
What?
There's a video of her talking about how much she loves peanut butter. And I got you, girl, because I love peanut butter too. But the peanut butter creams it out a little bit. Makes it more smooth. You want me to use the chopsticks, don't you? You want to watch me fumble with them.
You're probably gonna be just fine.
You know, you think at this age,
They're just an extension of your fingers.
No.
Like your pincer fingers.
Sure, if you say so.
Treat it like you're trying to do this with your fingers.
The problem with that is I have control over my fingers. I don't have control over the chopsticks.
Can't, never, could. You just proved yourself wrong with the fact that you just did that. The chopsticks are delicious.
So the reason Abraham always says to me, can't, never, could, was because when he was a little boy, I used to always say to him, when he would say, Mommy, I can't, and I would say to him, Abraham, can't, never, could. So you'd be like trying to put your shoe on and you'd be saying, Mommy, can't, never, could get my shoe on. Can't, never, could get my shoe on. So it was cute because you didn't understand the context of it.
There's
and
lots
now
that I didn't
he
understand.
says it to me all the time. Like all the time.
Whose fault is that?
Because it's mine. You know, it's one of those things where you think you're being a good parent.
And you're a bad parent for saying that to me.
It's good. And then this is how I like to finish the broth.
You could even just make this broth.
Make the broth.
For drinking.
Yeah.
For drinking.
So I'll have this as lunch many times during the day if I just want something warm and filling and so satisfying.
Oh, look, there's a little spider on my phone. Look at that. That's so cute.
It is cute. Go put it outside.
He can just hang out. Why does he have to not be like?
Because maybe there's nothing he can eat in here.
There's a reason. Maybe there's a reason why they're inside. You looked at. You
No, I thought that spider was crawling on me.
Mom's not used to bugs the same way.
I love bugs.
She's not used to having bugs the same way.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, don't act all farmerish to me. Because last time we were filming, I had a lot of flies in the house because I left the door open and I'm okay with that. And I was going around capturing the flies with a glass and a little card, and he thought it was hopeless. And while he was telling me that it was hopeless, I caught 3 flies and released them into the pile.
And yet I come back today and there's still a lot of insects inside the house. So.
They're ladybugs.
You should just leave them in your house. Who the hell cares?
Well, I don't like them flying around. Here's the thing. They don't want to be in here any more than I want them in here. I'm not going to kill them because I'm not going to just kill them because they happen to be in my house. So I capture and release them.
But what if they wanted to be inside the house and you're evicting them?
Because if,
from a perfectly good home.
No, because if they're on the window, like, I want to get out of here. This is the sky. I want to be in the sky. That's telling me. And I also talk to them too. And I say to them, like in my studio, it happens a lot. If there's a fly flying around, I'll say, I know you don't want to be in here. Just come over here and land someplace where I can capture you and I will let you out. And I cannot tell you how many times it comes and it lands right there on me and I cover it up with the glass. I scoop it up and I take it outside. Happens so much.
So you're the fly whisperer.
Maybe.
it's not, Mom, it's not turning off. It's not working.
I know.
Are we gonna be stuck in this video forever?
Yeah, in the time hole.